All right, guys, so let's talk about an interesting development in New England with this Patriots year. So the New England Patriots this year, the thing is about the Patriots is that it's a little worrisome that the Buffalo Bills are so much better than the Patriots, and a lot of it kind of has to do with a little bit of Bill Belichick. He has Joe Judge, he has Matt Patricia on the offensive staff, okay? So the thing is with Belichick is can this offense ever be dynamic enough from a run game standpoint or a pass game standpoint? And they want to play ball control, but they're not explosive. Bill Belichick has never really selected explosive wide receivers. And the way the game is going, you can't even hit the quarterback anymore. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous sometimes. It's like flag football, the NFL. They just want you to get your fantasy points up, and they just want touchdowns and excitement and explosion. But it's not even the NFL's fault. It's partly the viewer wants that too. Like the viewer wants to see Josh Allen versus Mahomes and nobody be able to stop anybody. I get that 9-6 games are boring also. I like an intermediate style, like maybe a game in the 20s personally. But to each their own, and the public is going to like a very offensive game, and that's just the way that kind of it is, all right? That's kind of the way that the viewing public is, all right? Because of fantasy football, because of points, because of, aesthetics and finesse and beauty of the throws and the catches, just like how hockey is going, all right? Where there's no hitting and no goalie fights, and I love goalie fights, and I like big hits. I really do. I like when the guys fight. I do, because guess what? You play hockey 10 years. These guys are pretty, to play hockey, you get paid millions of dollars to play, and it's a physical contact game. All right, I understand. I don't want anyone to deal with CTE, and if there's concussions, then guys should really sit out. All right, but again, we're getting into a different conversation now. So, Bailey Zappi or Mac Jones. So, Mac Jones, let's talk about Zappi versus Mac Jones. All right, Bailey Zappi, really good quarterback. He played at Houston Baptist, or he played really small school, like FCS level. I think FCS level, but even small FCS, not even Missouri Valley FCS. Played with Zach Kittley. Kittley's now at Texas Tech. Kittley's like this modernized Mike Leach offense where they throw it everywhere. And Bailey Zappi set the all-time passing record at Bowling Green last year, okay, in Bowling Green, Kentucky at Western Kentucky University. So, Bailey Zappi, I'm familiar with his game. Victoria, Texas, 6'2". Like, I'm familiar with Bailey Zappi's game, okay? The guy is incredibly smart. He makes decisions quickly, okay? He's not very tall. He's 6'1". His arm strength is very weak, okay? So, his arm strength is not really starting caliber. It's not that great. But his feet are excellent. And guess what? The guy, I know I just said his arm strength isn't that like starter caliber, like that really, really good arm strength where he can thread it in the tight windows, but he's a guy like a little like Taylor Heineke that like he can like function and play a little bit. So, he's a lot faster than Mac Jones. Mac Jones, like it looks like Mac Jones. When Mac Jones plays, it looks like he has like a freaking like a leather jacket or like a swimming vest, like a vest that's like 100 pounds, just weighing him down every time, and he can't move. He can't really move. He's not dynamic with moving outside and inside the pocket. But Mac Jones, when he gets through, this huge jacket, this huge, vest that he has on that's like 200 pounds, he throws the ball, he has a bigger arm than Bailey Zappi. He has 2 inches of height, which is huge in the NFL. He's 6'3", and guess what? The guy does process and make quick decisions, and he was kind of functioning with the offense a little bit. And Mac Jones played a very tough schedule. He played Baltimore. He played. Who was the team that Mac Jones? He played Pittsburgh. Good, decent defense. Again, they won that game. First week was a tough. Yeah, Miami and 100-degree weather. How did Josh Allen do in that game? So, again, for Mac Jones, it's about, can Mac Jones get back? I still think like Mac Jones, had a good rookie year. I still think you build on it. But Bailey Zappi, in terms of his footwork, he could function for sure. And he's better than Brian Hoyer. But the question is Bill Belichick and the Patriots, can they run the ball well enough? Can Ramondre and Damian be good enough running the ball? Can Patricia and them do those over routes enough? Can they be explosive enough? Because to give Belichick credit, in the modern era of football, the free agents and the defense is still really good in the modern era of ball. So he hasn't completely lost that part of his brilliance. The defense is still really competitive. They still play organized football. They're still competitive on defense and playing well. All right. And they still compete with the most explosive offenses like Baltimore. I mean, they're not winning against Baltimore or Buffalo because of those reasons, but they're staying in those games. It's not like every game with Bill Belichick was that playoff game last year, but boy, did that sniff a little bit of the beginning of the end of Bill Belichick. Can this offense be dynamic enough to win? A little bit is the question. Again, this Cleveland game this week, let's get into it, guys. Cleveland Browns versus New England Patriots. So let's just tackle this thing right now. Let's tackle it right now. Cleveland Browns at Patriots. The Browns have been in games. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, they're running the football well, these guys. They are. They're running the ball at a good clip. Their defense, Myles Garrett, terrible accident. He just has these issues. It's just a shame. His career's just been, it's been great, but it's also been just tough. The suspension and now this. And again, praying for him to get better, and just an awful situation with his car accident. But I'm glad, I'm really relieved and glad that I think he's going to be able to participate this week and get back. Jadeveon Clowney also chronically injured and hurt. So the Browns and Brissett, they're doing a decent job, but they're not finishing games. They didn't finish the Atlanta game well. Their run defense, not that great. And then against the Chargers, Brissett, in the end, couldn't clutch out and win. So this is going to be a low-scoring contest. Both teams are going to run. The clock's going to be constantly in motion. The over-under is 41 in this game. I say that this game gets, if it's a 41, I mean, it's going to be close, the over-under. But I see it could be like a 22. It's going to be 22-19 either way. Zappy, Mac Jones plays. It's actually not going to make that big of a difference, because I don't think that their offense with their receivers, it's not like Mac is absolutely lighting it up so much more than Zappy. But long-term, Mac is better. He's taller, and he actually has the arm to be a really good quarterback at this level, really like a high-end, top 12 starting caliber quarterback. He can be like a Joe Burrow, where Zappy, unfortunately, is a little too small, doesn't have a big enough arm. But Zappy's footwork is just ridiculous. I will admit that. And Zappy gets the ball out quick, and he has the IQ to go with it. All right, the way he sees the game, the way he can make quick decisions. So in this spot, all right, I really do. I like the Patriots on the road. I think that Bill Belichick, they're 2-3. They've really competed well. They won 29-0. I think actually their defense against a quarterback that they know in Brissett, I actually see them shutting down the Browns in this game. And I see the Patriots actually winning 23-16. The Patriots cover and the under hits. That's where I would go in this game. For the Patriots, again, the foundation of the Patriots, even during Belichick's worst year, they still went 8 or 9 wins. So that's what I see here in Belichick versus Stefanski. Low-scoring contest. The Browns are going to try to run it, but the New England Patriots against the run, they're one of the best defenses in the NFL against the run, and they're going to show that again this week. I mean, who's run the ball on them? Najee Harris really didn't do it. Lamar Jackson had a lot of passing yards. The Lions? No. The Lions didn't, and then Green Bay. Again, that was a game in which New England, too, really performed admirably at Green Bay, but Green Bay, they just haven't been playing at a high level. So that's kind of where I see this one going, guys. It is going to be fun, though. That is for sure, in Cleveland, Ohio.